name is Juan Ovalle, and this is my Capstone 2 video project presentation. I have been part of the organizational leadership for about 2 years now, and I have really enjoyed it, as it has been challenging but highly rewarding. Also, I would like to thank the fantastic professors, advisors, and other outstanding individuals involved in developing this program. This program has truly changed my life, and I cannot put into words how thankful I am for this opportunity and chance of obtaining a college education. When I first started the major coursework, I did not know much about leadership. I believed that effective leaders were somewhat charismatic and outgoing, but I thought the main chunk of their behaviors was just to supervise and ensure organizations stayed afloat. I had no idea how profound leadership really was. My leadership ability was very limited in scope, to say the least. And I just imagined a leader was someone that told others what to do, made schedules, and supervised their work. I did not know nor understand there was a difference between being a manager and a leader. I thought it was all the same. I also believed the leaders needed to be nice every now and then, and others would naturally follow. I thought the only thing it took was just to be charming, friendly, and pleasant, and teams would naturally be inspired and motivated to accomplish the task. Overall, in the beginning, my leadership ability and knowledge were quite restricted, and I lack a fundamental understanding of what truly meant to be a leader. First, we have Foundations of Organizational Leadership. In this class, I learned what our organization is and what leadership is, and the significance difference between leadership and management. I also learned about the various essential leadership theories and the situations in which those theories would apply. I learned how leadership theories have developed from a person focused straight approach into views emphasizing leader behavior skills. I learned to consider contingencies such as follower levels and situations and the level of organizational impact that a leader can have. Another important thing I gained was an awareness of globalization, culture, and diversity, and how influential those things are to organizational leadership. I learned about organizational communication and the strategies for becoming an effective and ethical communicator. In this course, I realized that effective communication is fundamental for organizational leadership and growth. Overall, the biggest takeaway was understanding that being a manager and a leader are two completely different things that require different skills and behaviors. Next, we have data driven decision making. Here's where I learn about the importance of data in organizational growth and decision making, and the various strategies and methods used for data driven decision making, such as algorithm, prediction, and randomization. I'll learn about the various key performance indicators, also known as KPIs, and the difference between KPIs and metrics. I also gain an understanding of the current trends in analytics and the principles for data protection and integrity, including acquisition, privacy, management, and sharing. Additionally, I had the great opportunity to further my knowledge of Microsoft Excel using basic statistic functions. I also evaluated the three main measures of central tendency: mean, median, and mode from a business leadership perspective. Overall, the biggest takeaway for me was learning about the importance of data analytics to make well informed decisions. I can say that I found a new passion for quantitative tools and analysis because I saw how important they can be for effective organizational expansion and development. Next, we have organizational ethics and organizational behavior. Here, I learned about the importance of organizational ethics and the devastating consequences of unethical choices. I also learned about ethical communication, the basics of power, the positive and negative aspects of power, and the sources of power. I gained a deeper understanding of conflict and the various types of conflict and the right and wrong ways to address it. I learned about the leadership behaviors, ethical decision making in groups, and the different tools and methods for better decisions, as well as the benefits of having an ethical organizational culture and the importance of promoting corporate social responsibility. Further, I learned about intrinsic and extrinsic motivation and trait based and behavior based leadership. I took a further dive into the differences between being a manager and being a leader. I learned about different contingency approaches to leadership, such as situational leadership and Fiedler's contingency theory, as well as various contemporary approaches to leadership, like transformational leadership, servant leadership, and leader member exchange theory. I also reviewed the six power bases: reward, coercion, expert, legitimate, referent, and informational. I had the opportunity to complete different case studies of companies that I admire a lot, like Ford, Starbucks, and IBM. I really like this because I got to evaluate how real life institutions address ethics and organizational behaviors. The biggest takeaway was understanding that having a culture that values ethics and simply doing things the right way is essential for effective decision making and organizational growth. Next, I had leadership theory. Here, I learned about leadership roles at all levels of an organization and gain an understanding of three dimensions of managerial and leadership jobs, such as executive, middle manager, and first line management. I continue studying all the different leadership theories and concepts like leader traits, contingency theory, situational, and behavioral theory. I also learned about leader emergence and McGregor's Theory X and Theory Y leadership styles. Additionally, I learned about the strategies for global expansion, international management, and competition strategy and competitive advantage. I also learned about team development stages and the important differences between a team and a group, team conflict dynamics, effective team management, and the great benefits of having a diverse team. I gained an understanding of internal and external environments, environmental analysis, and environmental scanning. I studied different models such as McKinsey's Consulting 7S model, the value chain model, and Porter's five threat forces of industry and competition. Finally, I learned about business strategy and what a SWOT analysis is. I gained an understanding of the differences between strategy, plan, and tactics, as well as strategic positioning, different levels of strategies, and the strategic management process. When it came to SWOT analysis, I learned all about what it was. I learned that strengths and weaknesses are concentrated internally, and the threats and opportunities are focused externally, and also how to effectively come up with each. I also reviewed various examples of a SWOT analysis and implementation plans. Overall, this portion was highly educating and something that I will use for the rest of my leadership career. Next came leading change. This course was all about implementing change and transforming an organization. First, I learned about the stages of organizational development, concept of organizational change, the essential characteristics, significance, and functions of organizational change in both profit and non-profit organizations. I also took a look into the history and origins of organizational change, which is always fun as I am a history person. I studied all about motivation for change, strategies on how to implement it, increase it, and how to make sure it remains. I looked at factors that drive change in organizations, such as technology and societal changes. I also looked at the factors that contribute to resistance to change and ways to mitigate it. Furthermore, I studied various change models such as Lewin's on freeze, change and refreeze model, Cotter's 8-step change model, and the ADKAR change management model. Overall, the biggest takeaway in this class was understanding how change influences organizational leadership, when to implement such change, and how to maintain individuals within the organization motivated for the change. Also, learning about change models and ways to implement them as a leader. Finally, the capstone classes. I have learned to apply all the knowledge gained these past 2 years, and I have enjoyed using the gained knowledge to come up with the analysis. In Capstone 1, I did an instruction video about me, my journey, and some of the principles that have stuck in my mind. I also did two analysis essays about leadership and leadership theories. However, my main analysis was a 12-page essay on real life application of leadership concepts and theories. I learned a lot during this analysis. I learned how real life leaders view various organizational issues, how they adapt, and how they effectively lead their organizations. I also learned how theoretical leadership principles are applied in real life ways by real life leaders. This was another challenging project, but one that I gained a lot from. In Capstone 2, I did a 10 plus page strategic analysis of Walmart, including a SWOT analysis. During this analysis, I learned about Walmart and how the company conducts business. I learned about their business strategy, structure, and current challenges. The biggest thing I learned with this analysis was during the recommendation portion. There, I learned to incorporate leadership principles and theories into real life business strategy and utilize those principles to make sound recommendations for the company. Overall, the biggest takeaway has been learning to use leadership theories, principles, and models that I learned and use them in real life. I'm a completely different leader today than I was when I started the major coursework. The leadership knowledge and skills that I have gained have changed my views and perspectives. I realize now that a leader is more than just a manager. A leader is someone that is empathetic, humble, ethical, knowledgeable, communicates effectively, is not afraid of change, can adapt quickly, is always looking to improve and learn, does more than just plan, is accountable, dependable, makes sound decisions in a timely manner, leads by example, maintains an open mind, understands how important diversity, equity, and inclusion is, creates a positive work environment, works to uplift and motivate others, implements effective ways to deal with conflict, and can instill confidence in others. After this program, I strive to be that leader. From here, I would like to pursue a graduate organizational leadership degree. I have truly gained a passion for organizational leadership and I would want to continue my education journey. From a career perspective, I would like to promote with my organization, where I have been for 5 years, and use the ideas and theories presented in this program to be the best leader I can be and further my career in local government. All I need to continue my leadership journey is to keep an open mind, always strive to learn and enhance my skills and knowledge, and understand that I can always improve. Also, I will always strive to be humble and a servant of others.